Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. And the Chennai Super Kings have won their first match of IPL 2025 by 4 wickets. Going back to my preview video, I'm not surprised with how this game panned out because for Mumbai they played the correct combination, but apart from one batsman, Tilak Verma, maybe Rohit Sharma if he got going, there's no one who I'd put my money on to succeed on a surface like this. And they played the correct combination with the ball as well, but they were defending an underpass score. The lead seamers didn't have a great start, and they tried their best after that point, but they couldn't get over the line. So I'm not surprised at how this match panned out. Aditya joins us after all. How did you find this match?
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, I agree. To be honest, 155 was always going to be a really low total on this, even on this wicket. To be honest, and I feel like Mumbai Indians didn't really have bowling to defend such a low score on this wicket either. Trent Bolt wasn't very effective with the new ball. He was the only person in the he was the only bowler who had some chance to create an impact. And when he didn't uh, take the crucial wickets up front with a new ball, I think the game was lost then and there. And Mumbai Indians didn't really have the spinners to slow down the rate and build any pressure in the middle overs either. So it was always going to be CSK winning if they saw it through to the end.
And the spinners tried their best, I thought. It's just they were defending underpass score. They correctly played Will Jacks, who went at about what I thought he would got. Vignesh Puttur, I thought they could have bowled his last over earlier, but for a debut performance, he did very well. And spin is not this side's strength. You've got a Mitchell Santner who's not a wicket-taking bowler, as you've mentioned when discussing proceedings in the Champions Trophy. He bowled 2 overs today, went at above 12 an over, I think, against Indian players who've got front foot and back foot players, someone like a Mitchell Santner who relies on the batsman to make mistakes to pick up wickets. I thought this was going to be a test for him, and we saw how Rutraj went against him. Starting off with the 11s, in my preview video, I'd said CSK should play both Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra and bat Rutraj at 3. Rutraj batted at 3 today, but Devon Conway didn't play. Rahul Tripathi walked out earlier, and because of that, Anshul Kamboj also didn't play. They played Nathan Ellis. Now, according to you, while we were watching the match as well, you expressed your surprise that Rahul Tripathi walked out ahead of Rutraj Gaikwad. What did you think about the 11?
See, for me, I just thought Rahul Tripathi wasn't going to be very effective. We've seen him in IPLs over the last few years, and it's been a good maybe 3 years since he's even created an impact in the IPL. So walking out on a tricky wicket like this against the likes of Trent Bolt and Deepak Chahar with the new ball, I thought he wasn't really going to be. He wasn't going to create an impact. So that's what my thinking was. But I don't know why they played Nathan Ellis today. His bowling was very average. It was under par, to be honest, and he doesn't offer anything with the ball, I feel. So I mean, I didn't get the logic behind it, but in the end, they won the game and it worked, I guess. But I don't know what else they really could have done. I mean, I don't know the fast bowler that you're talking about, Anshul Kamboj. I haven't seen him play, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with how he plays. So, I mean, with Devon Conway as well, now that you have Rachin Ravindra in the team, can you play Rachin Ravindra, Rutu, and Devon Conway all in the same team?
I think you can. I think they should because there's no one in this side who, apart from them, inspires that faith in you that they'd be solid. You saw how Rutraj Gaikwad, he can get off to starts like these because of the confidence. He's not someone who does this typically, but because of the confidence he didn't slog at anything today. He played classical shots. And Rachin Ravindra, someone can play a double role. He's technically sound. He can play aggressively using that soundness, and he can also dial down. Devon Conway is someone who does start off slowly. So I thought if for solidity, if you play Conway and Rachin, then you've got Rutraj at 3, then Rahul Tripathi at 4, be much better than. In this match, you've got Deepak Hooda 5, Rahul Tripathi to open the batting, which I didn't mind because had Rutraj opened the batting and one of them been dismissed, I think this would have been a tough chase. And already towards the end, apart from those two contributions, there wasn't much there. So I agree with them not sending Rutraj out to open. And we'll discuss that in a bit. Mumbai, I thought that they didn't have. They went with their best combination, but playing on such surfaces is not their strength, and also get to that. Now, Raj Gaikwad won the toss and chose to bowl first. I had my reservations because we've seen towards the start of the season, maybe because of the due factor that bowling first in Chennai has yielded rewards this side as a bowling side, so they thought with a fragile batting lineup, if we are chasing a lower score against a team that doesn't go well on this kind of a surface, I think if they thought it would go well for us. What do you think about that decision?
See, I don't mind his decision to bowl first. I mean, if you look at CSK's strength, is their spin bowling and bowling in general. Because you've got 3 world class spinners there, and you've got Khalil Ahmed to open the bowling as well. So they've got a good set of bowlers to work with, and they did restrict Mumbai Indians to 155, which is quite a low total. And you would back a team. I mean, however tough the pitch is, you would back someone to chase 155. So I think it was the right decision. I think he played to his strengths, the team's strengths, more than anything else. So I don't really mind. But maybe if there were 20, 25 runs extra, CSK could have been in trouble. But then again, today Mumbai's bowling wasn't strong either. So I don't mind.
I think 15 runs even with CSK, they would have found it tough to chase the score. Because apart from those two batsmen, there's no one else that gives the assurance. Starting off proceedings, Rohit Sharma being dismissed, and I know what you think of his record in the IPL. He's someone who's flattered. When I say flattered to deceive, a lot of times been dismissed for low scores, and it was a very tame shot because we've seen that when the ball has been angling in from outside off or the ball by the right-hander, the right-arm fast bowler or the left-arm seamer, he's had his problems, and today he just played the ball straight to the mid-wicket fielder. And then Mumbai still got to the 50 odd that I said they should get to in my preview video, despite they lost 3 wickets. The reason why I said CSK should play on Chilkambo is because Sam Curran bowls a second over to Will Jacks and Ryan Rickleton when they only attack, and you have to maximize the power play at this venue. So I don't know why they bought Sam Curran. He bowled 1 over for 13 runs. And this is where, from Mumbai point of view, you know your batting doesn't go well on the surface. You've got up to a mini start despite losing another wicket. Shouldn't you play a bit? You can still get to that 50 odd, which you did, just if you don't lose the extra 2 wickets. Ravichandran Ashwin has bowled that people refer to it as a carom ball, where he sort of runs the fingers down the side of the ball. I don't know whether he's trying to get the ball to turn away because he's rolling the fingers down the side, but it goes relatively straight on. And you're cramped for room when you're trying to go over the cover fielder. I thought it was a very poor shot from Will Jacks, and then Ryan Rickleton was also dismissed for the second wicket to 4. And so Mumbai, I think, got to the 50 odd, but they lost 3 wickets. And again, Tilak Verma, I put a tweet in the middle, and I'll get to what you think about this as well. I put a tweet to say if Tilak Verma isn't unbeaten at the end, they will receive a hiding. And we saw 96 for 6, Tilak Verma was dismissed, and they didn't receive a hiding in the end, but they were on course to receive a hiding because of the death bowling from CSK. And this is where you come into things. You were confused as to how they went from 118 for 7 to 155. What's your view on that?
See, yeah, I think CSK's death bowling, definitely. There is a problem there because if you look at the bowlers, you've got Khalil Ahmed, Sam Curran, and Nathan Ellis. 3 bowlers who are very, I mean, you won't, and in the death, you won't be, they're not a type of bowlers who can get you wickets. Khalil Ahmed up front, he's a very good bowler with the new ball. But Sam Curran and Nathan Ellis, I mean, I don't think they're good bowlers anywhere within the game, to be honest. They don't have much with the ball. I mean, they weren't bowling any threatening lines or lengths or nothing. They were just bowling straight and giving the batsman runs. And see, there's something I think CSK has to keep in mind, right? If you're giving a batsman like Deepak Chahar the chance to hit this many runs in a relatively slow wicket as well, um, against a better team with a deeper batting lineup, you never know. They could have got easily more than 20 runs, 25 runs extra, which would have made the chase even more harder. So yeah, I think CSK's death bowling isn't quite there, but they're lucky that they had three spinners in between who controlled the game. I think that was.
Now Noor Ahmed can also bowl at the death, and I think they used the seamers towards the latter phase today, Noor Ahmed, because he was on a roll. They bought him 4 for 18 in his first CSK performance, and we saw this in the Champions Trophy and today. When he bowls the googly to the right hander, at times he bowls wide. We saw him bowl a few wides at the start. But then he got that back into control, and a 4 for 18, a very good first performance from him. Ashwin also 1 for 31 after going for 14 in his first over. So the spinners, I thought, did their job. And Nathan Ellis, you talked about how you didn't really rate his all-phase bowling. 1 for 38 in 4. Now, if they didn't play him, they played Anshul Kamboj. And I agree with you, the side's death bowling as far as the seamers is concerned is a weakness. Because even if Patirana plays, he's not been informed. So if their strength is striking up front with a new ball and then the spinners in the middle, Noor can bowl 1 or 2 at the death, then you've got the other seamers to manage. If Anshul Kamboj bowled up front alongside Khalil, in my view, Mumbai would not have crossed 130 because even now they were 96 for 6. So I thought CSK missed a trick there. And now going on to CSK's batting, where in the end, I thought they were going to win the match. They were chasing a score that was 15 runs under par, or under a score that we considered a winning score. Raj Gaikwad, 53 of 26. The way he classically went about things, and Rachin accelerated towards the end. What is your view on this batting performance?
Yeah, I think Raj Gaikwad and Rachin Ravindra they took advantage of the fact that the new ball bowlers for Mumbai weren't really bowling at their best today. Deepak Chahar we've seen in the last few years, he's not been the old Deepak Chahar that we know of 4 years ago. He's lost quite a bit of pace, and I feel like he doesn't. With new ball, you have to sort of bowl fuller and straighter and still attack the stumps, which in order to give you a chance, yourself a chance to get those wickets off the movement first up. So when you're bowling short with a new ball to a batsman to two batsmen like Ruturaj Gaikwad and Rachin Ravindra are quite attacking and they thrive on that sort of length. You're just taking the game away from from yourselves because it's a relatively low score and CSK did get off to a very good start. So I think the if there was one bowler who was going to get wickets, it was going to be Trent Bolt. But since it didn't go well for him today, CSK just took advantage of that. And the spinners weren't there. Spinners of Mumbai Indians weren't really very effective either. So in
I
the
thought
end,
they did their best towards the spin. I thought they did their best. It's just they couldn't have done more than what they did. Mitchell Santner, as I said, bowling to Indian players who've got the front foot play and the back foot play, he
I
was
feel,
going to not be as effective.
as you said, the spinners tried their best. But are those spinners the types of spinners that would get you wickets like Will Jacks, Mitch Santner, and there was that new guy Vignesh who bowled all right today, but they did try their best. But I don't think they were the sort of spinners who are going to
Yeah,
cause it for CSK. And in matches like this, when you're chasing 155, it just takes you to bat through the innings and see the game off without losing too many wickets. So easy win.
on Deepak Chahar, he seemed as if he loses his run up a lot of time. I feel he's not too far away from an injury. Trent Bolt, now this is a technical point, but I've said this before. Trent Bolt, Bhuvneshwar Kumar should not bowl from around the wicket. They've always got to bowl from over the wicket because that wrist position gets compromised. We saw Trent Bolt when he was hit for a boundary of Rutraj today. He then goes around the wicket and tries to use the angle, and then I think another square drive was hit. So we've seen him do this in the past. Whenever he's done it, he's gone for runs. So there's no point averting or diverting, sorry, from your strength. You saw Bhuvneshwar Kumar in the final last year when he goes around the wickets of Venkatesh Iyer and he the hits sixes down the ground. So I feel both those two bowlers should not bowl from around the wicket because it compromises that wrist position. And on the CSK batting, and I'll say this again, the reason why Devon Conway should play is because now I don't mind Rahul Tripathi walking out ahead of Rutraj Gaikwad. I may or may not have said this because if Rutraj opened, one of those two been dismissed, this would have been a tough chase. Devon Conway can provide that solidity. Now, Deepak Huda in the IPL, what has he done in the last couple of years? Not much. And you saw once again today, plays that shot off the inexperienced bowler when there's no asking rate. So Devon Conway plays ahead of Deepak Huda. He can open Rahul Tripathi 4, Shivam Dubey 5. I think it bolstered his batting lineup slightly more. Then you play Anshul Kamboya. I think this would be the best way to optimize this CSK side. And for Mumbai, a new bowler who now, this is someone who's been scouted from the Andhra Premier League. I'm providing some background on him, Satyanarayana Raju. Where looking at his action, should they change? Should they make a change? Or rather, in terms of personnel, I don't know. But looking at his action, it seems as if he can't bowl as full. He's someone who's hit that length. They've got an Ashwini Kumar on the bench, and I've not seen him bowl. Maybe they could try him out, or maybe they want to give the youngster another chance. But on a service like this, when you're bowling short, and the two proven bowlers you expect to bowl full, as you said, are bowling full, then as a seam attack, they had nothing going for them today. So I feel that this is all they have. Mumbai Indians, they scout some great youngsters that we saw with the wrist spinner today. I just feel, once again, I'm saying playing 11, they did nothing wrong. Tactically, also, I don't really think they did much wrong. It's just that this 11, this squad is not used to it's not suited to play on such surfaces. Anything you want to say about Mumbai and Chennai?
Yeah, I mean, CSK's seam bowling. If we take out Khalil Ahmed, it's literally non-existent, the seam bowling, to be honest. And this is where I was really confused why they let go of someone like a Simajit Singh, who's been in the setup for a while, right? He's been in the CSK team environment for a while, and I don't know. I just think if they had kept someone like that, you would have had a bowler that who you could trust, and he's been part of the setup that can come in and bowl along with Khalil Ahmed as well. So yeah, the seam bowling isn't quite there, apart from Khalil. But in terms of Mumbai Indians, I think even them, I think Trent Bolt and Deepak Chahar are the only two bowlers who can cause some sort of impact. And Deepak Chahar, he didn't bowl his full overs today, did he?
Only he bowled two.
He only
I don't
bowled.
know whether it was because of form or whether because preserving him. It may be a bit of both because whenever he bowls, it seems as if he's losing his run up.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he wasn't bowling at his best today, and the fact that he only bowled two overs that puts pressure on Trent Bolt to take those wickets, right? And if he doesn't take the wickets, then no one's going to take those. No
Yeah,
one else.
you're right. If you're
So,
looking at this attack, there's no one who's going to take the wicket. You're right.
so yeah, both teams' bowling is pace bowling certainly there, and for Mumbai even spin is a bit limited. But thing is, I think always with CSK the advantage that they have is the three world class spinners in their side who would get you the wickets and who would stand up for the team. So yeah, I think what you mentioned, playing Anshul Kamboj and taking out Deepak Huda and putting in Rachin Ravindra, that would be a very good move.
But
Though
Devon
I'm
Conway,
yeah, I'm putting in the Devon Conway. Yeah, I've never seen Anshul Kamboj bowl, but I mean,
he's top class. He with a new ball, he's top class. He took 10 wickets in a first class match. He's fantastic.
yeah, which I mean, I'm assuming he would be better than Nathan Ellis at least. So
Yeah, I definitely play made of Nathan Ellis.
yeah, and Deepak Huda and Rahul Tripathi, they're not. I wouldn't say they're not extraordinary players. I mean, in the IPL, they haven't caused any sort of impact. So CSK need to be wary of that. And you did mention fact. If Rachin Ravindra and Ruturaj Gaikwad don't get the runs, then it's going to be very difficult for
And
CSK.
they almost made a hash of it from 49 or 50. They played irresponsible. What was the shot that Sankaran played? I don't know. They almost made a hash of it. So that's why I'm saying solidity. Devon Conway. And out of Rahul Tripathi and Deepak Hooda, I'm placing more faith in Rahul Tripathi, which is why I'd start him in the side for now to play at 4. And if you get a start from the top 3, then you can slightly back the other players in the side, because I've said in my previous video, Jadeja and Dhoni are pace hitters. If you bowl spin to Jadeja, he's not someone who's going to hit spin early, especially on this kind of surface. And Dhoni especially is a pace hitter at this point in time. So CSK have batting depth. Ashwin can be used as a floater. But as you alluded to, they're not players where, if they're almost making a hash of this, then can you back Dhoni and Jadeja at the end to score runs when the spinners are bowling? And some teams, and we saw a bit of that today, where they'll hold back their spinners, which has worked in Chennai and has also worked against Jadeja and Dhoni. If they do that, then that much awaited, that iconic finishing kick from CSK, we unfortunately may not get.
Yeah, I agree. And they were lucky that today the total was really small, so they got away with it. But I think if, as you said, even 15, 20 more runs could have been issues there. Problem.
So that's on that. I still feel some optimization to do for CSK. You also feel that as well. So this is the review of match 1 of CSK. We will try to review as a duo for all CSK matches. So let's see how their season goes. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and remember, this is our opinion. What's yours?